Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Airlinesim with me, Alfapiomega, and Peruvian Sky, a domestic airline closely linked to my partner, Aquila's Peru International. So, how did Peruvian Sky do in the first week of its existence? Actually, it did very well. I was surprised. Not only did we earn, 1.14 million, which I was expecting because we didn't pay any leasing for this week, but we are continuously performing very well. When you look at the cash flow, we paid all of the leasings, we already made back all of the money, and we will now have only 197,000 to be paid as the end of the week. So that means we already have 350,000 in profit, and we will continue just raking up money as we go. Now, the numbers will probably significantly drop in the upcoming days due to the fact that our nemesis, the domestic and international airline of Peru, which is called Air Peru, has finally noticed us. He, as far as we were able to determine, cancelled all of the international flights and started focusing solely on the domestic market. This brings a lot of problems for me, but leaves Aquila's hands wide open. Because he can now dominate the international market with no competition from Air Peru, while I'm facing way more competition. This led to the fact that all of my flights are continuously dropping in price, because we're basically on a full-blown price war at this point. Every time he drops his prices, I drop my prices. He drops his prices, I drop my prices. We're going through this pretty much every other day, and I've already on on Chiclayo. Wait, no, that's from Iquitos. On the route to Chiclayo, we're already below the basic price, and we're just gonna continue. But as I said, I'm facing someone using less efficient aircraft, so I can drop my prices way lower than he can. So I'm hopeful that he's not gonna be so idiotic to go down, with the prices until the very bottom. But we'll see. I'm ready for a long fight. I have still a lot of cash at hand, and as we are still earning money, we should be okay. The matter of the fact is that, for example, the biggest route to Cusco is earning me an insane amount of money. So still, every one of these flights is just earning so much. Though for some reason it doesn't show me any of the flights. I don't know what's up with that. It's weird. Well, okay, but when we look at some of the aircrafts, I can show you manually that, for example, this flight to Cusco is still earning us about 7,000, which is just completely insane. But yeah, I'm happy to take the brunt of the assault from Air Peru because it leaves Peru International, run by Aquila, to do whatever he wants. I'm also thinking that eventually down the line I should acquire another Bombardier C series. When you look at the market, there are some, but I would need about 2.3 million to do so, while I have only 1.9 million. So if we earn about 500,000 this week, then maybe after the next one I might be able to snatch a fifth aircraft for myself. But it's gonna be a bit tricky and risky because if the price war continues, I should rather stick to holding the money in my hand rather than expanding. We'll see. I don't know what Air Peru situation is like. I think he's still a AAA airline, so yeah, he is. On the other hand, he started Air Peru Business Jet. We found out a certain thing that kind of shocked us. His aircraft are flying full economy setting. So that's one thing that is interesting, and he created a subsidiary called Air Peru Business Jet where he's operating just business flights. It's kind of interesting strategy. I never thought that would work. Now, I've been lucky. I negotiated with a person who's flying to my airport, to Lima, quite a lot from Colombia, Serene Wings. They have a pretty wide net, and Lima is one of their focus airports. So I managed to sign a contract with them, and I think that's going to help me in filling my net with passengers. I'm just wondering, do they have a? Yeah, they don't have a agreement with Air Peru, so that's good, because now I have another thing to lean against. Now, I spoke with Aquila a couple of times this week too. His airline is starting to do slightly better. He has 4 aircraft now. He still keeps the Bombardier C series, mostly for domestic flights now. He scheduled it on the domestic lines because we negotiated that he can help me fight Air Peru and take some of the capacities that are free there. And he got 2 Embraers 145s, much smaller aircraft than he had originally. They have only 50 seats in their aircraft, and he scheduled them to fly internationally too. He also snatched an Antonov A148, which I have no experience with, but he's claiming that it's a great aircraft, very efficient. So I'm taking it by his words. I never even considered it due to the fact that it has only one size, basically, I think, or 2. No, it has 2 sizes, but they're both in the range of the Canada regional jets and Embraers, which offer more. So I wasn't really really looking forward to it, but he's using them. And last message I got from him was that he is rescheduling the flights to these aircraft, and that he's turning up with green numbers. So I'm hoping that's gonna work. These are his destinations. He's flying to La Paz, Puerto Maldonado, Tacna, Tarapoto. Oh yeah, that's right. He told me that he de-leased the C series, so he's gonna return them very soon. Okay, well, for him it's a bit more of a struggle in the beginning because he needs to find a way how to handle the international market and dominate it. For me, it's mostly about growing and fighting Air Peru right now. The current whole value of my airline is 11.7 million Airlinesim dollars. So in the initial week, we made over million bucks, which corresponds with the income statement before they noticed us. So I'm wondering how it's gonna look later on, where you're gonna see that the graph should be something, we should be continuously increasing expenses because the fuel costs are increasing, and you can see they're already way higher than they were yesterday or last week, not yesterday, but even yesterday, they're increasing every day, and the revenue is going to be dropping. But I'm ready for that. I'm skilled with PNLL in a melee fight with a fork, so I'm not really afraid of that. So I guess that's all I can say for Peruvian Sky right now. I'm just doing my thing, trying to be competitive with the prices and make sure that we earn the good buck. So once I have something new, probably next week, to tell you, I'll be back with the third episode. So till then, you guys take care.